Hey, so coming to you from the way down to my cellar, guess what seeds I found today? I'm going to be planting milkweed. So, guess what? Fence, finally in. I'm excited. That's where my raised beds are. That's where they were digging the septic. Half of that pile of mulch is gone over to where the raised beds are. Over here, that whole entire mulch pile gone around the raised beds. I finally have a nice fence with gates. So I got the back gate put in because the last 6 feet, so the county had it as I guess like a access way, but then sold it to all the property owners over here. So there's going to be like 6 feet of whatever that development is that's going to belong to whoever ends up living back there in that field when the houses go up. So I didn't fence in the last 6 feet there in case the county still needed access, but I'm going to be putting metal poles back there this weekend with the nice bright orange baling twine that I picked up. Digging it over. It's going to be raining and pouring and thunderstorming nicely this weekend with my nice hoe back there. So I'm going to put in those milkweed seeds, and also I'm waiting on some thistle. Yeah, thistle to come in. I ordered some thistle seeds online because I already found some back there, and I'm gonna seed it a little bit harder. Hopefully it'll help deter the deer and all the other adorable little munching fuzzies that have delicate lips to not eat all of my flowers, because I'm gonna put some of the mixed flower seeds that I got back there too. If I have face mask lines, it's because I just got back from physical therapy. They restarted, so I started going again. I told them I've been having a full body workout in the form of gardening and setting up my yard for the season, but my knees are kind of unhappy about it all. Everything else is catching up, but not my knees, so she tortured my knees today. So that's going to be flower bed, the last 6 feet beyond my gate. And then also on the ridge that's over there, I'm going to have a bunch of that thistle planted over there too. I've got some deer anti-lures in little satchels up. Let me show you what they look like. They look like this. I bought them from Gardener's Supply. So I've got those up around the fence. Once I get the strawberries out of this little area here, then I'll move them to further up to the side of the fence too. Here's the temperate, almost blooming. The multifida died back again because we had a couple of frosts. There's the strawberries. That's stuff for the fence. The fencing guy is going to come through and put up for the deer and the bunnies around where the raised beds are. I've been working like a fiend for the last week to get the raised beds put together and the cardboard down and all the mulch moved and everything. So here I have an adorable little composter. I am letting all of the beds that are around the front of the house kind of do what they feel like this year to figure out what I've got planted there from the last owners. So far, tulips, daffodils, and irises, and a couple other generic yard flowers have come up. What normal people like, not what weird carnivorous plant people like. I might, if I have leftover mulch, I might put it down around those beds around the house with all of the flowers, but I'd rather use it for the garden. It'll break down nicely, and then I'm gonna move those strawberry planters to down there too once the fence is up. So hopefully the strawberries spread into the decomposing mulch that already had some nice worms and stuff in it when I was shoveling it over, and then just spread as a ground cover, so I have a tasty ground cover. What else? All the tomatoes and everything are still inside. I haven't planted out yet because there isn't a fence around that stuff yet. I just got the last lot of 25 bags of, I got Scott's topsoil to fill in most of those, but I also got that nice organic composty stuff on Amazon shipped in a couple months ago to amend it with too, so hopefully it's enough compost and organic matter for everything to grow on at least this year. I'll have to put in more fertilizer next year. yeah. Anyway, I wanted to mow yesterday so that I can give you a nice big update with the yard looking nice as it is. Fence is finally up. They went through and chainsawed off the top of the post and put the caps on finally yesterday. They got the beef of the fence up last Friday and Saturday, but they had to come finish off a couple pieces. I guess they'd said that their chainsaw locked up or something. I finally put those wildflowers that I had ordered in the ground too, so there's a little area that has a birch tree and one of those fancy Japanese maples on the back side of the house. So that's where I put most of that stuff so that the fence guys wouldn't trample it, because it's got like stones around it, so it's lined and you know not to step there. So it's violets, the jack in the pulpit. I think they were supposed to be bulbs. The whole entire mass was kind of squishy, so I put it in the ground and hopefully something comes up. I got lily of the valley too, and then also fiddlehead ferns. So I put them in the mud, not in that flower bed, and then I put stakes next to them. I don't see anything coming up yet, but it's the really wet side of my yard. Hopefully they're okay with clay. If not, maybe I'll try again next year, but the more food, the merrier, in my opinion. So the fence guy had actually commented when I showed him those beds, hey, you could totally fit more in there. And I told him, no, I'm gonna have squash and zucchini sprawling around there. So I definitely need all of that space. It's 25 foot by 25 foot with 4 8 foot by 4 foot beds and 1 4 foot by 4 foot. So there's a lot of room. I can get my little wagony cart through without any problems, so I won't be having to heft anything really heavy through. Once it gets toward the end of the season, the zucchinis and squash and melons shouldn't have a problem with any of that stuff. Yeah, I think everything's just kind of going well, finally. Assuming the fence guy does show up in the next couple of days like he said he would. Whenever it rains, I always have to tack on an extra 5 days for him. So that's when the hard work will start, right? So I'll have to plant everything out that I have inside, but then also all the watering. So I don't have the rain barrel set up yet. I'm gonna have to figure out how to tap into the pipes that I have all over the house, the downspouts from all the gutters, without wrecking everything. And then I'm still waiting on the rain barrel that connects to the rain barrel that I got, that has one of those old-timey pumps on it to get the water out. So I'll definitely want the rainwater to water the carnivorous plants with out here, instead of what comes out of my quote-unquote tap, which is really the well line that's right over there, and that comes out a little bit hard. So I don't want to be watering them with that. But, you know, carrying a watering can up and down this hill here, fine. I'll work for my food. Maybe I should walk down there, but I don't really want to disturb the birds too much. They're having their evening pecking at the grass. So that one dirt spot that's down there where the old shed used to be. So I've definitely been thinking about honeybees. I want honey. That might be the future site of my future greenhouse, but I think for this year, while I still have to save my money for a sewer conversion, I might dig it a little bit bigger and then put wildflowers in there too, because the other dirt spot where I did have the distro box for the septic system worked on, it's definitely dried out really hard, and I don't know if any of the seeds that I put down took or not. Anyway, screaming kids have come back, so time for me to go hide back inside. Till next time.